Video sponsored by Dragonheir Silent Gods. Quick, rock, paper, scissors, go! I bet about 50% of you chose rock. And if you didn't, well, too bad. We're a democracy here, and you chose rock as our starter. Okay then. And we're going to take it a step further. Not only are we going to beat this game without any Pokemon, it's going to be a Nuzlocke challenge of the hardcore variety. So, out the gates, Nomota could end this run right here, right now, and please stop! Oh my lord, that mouse is terrifying. And since this is a hardcore Nuzlocke, when one of our imaginary friends faints, it's gone. No revival blessings, it's shelved, and I have to cope with the fact that I spent dummy amounts of hours modding it into the game for it to be never used again. 07. And with that happy little thought in the back of your mind, let's meet our starting team member, Rock. And don't you dare call it a boulder. It's sensitive about its weight. But I will say this thing is thick. Its most notable stats are HP, defense, and attack stat, the ability being sturdy, and of course, since it's a rock type, it has to have Rock Smash, Rock Blast, Rock Polish, Stealth Rocks, a solid moveset I might say. But here's the catch. It's not a Pokemon, so it can't learn any brand new moves. Whatever it has at the beginning, it will be stuck with for the rest of the run. This will be notable for later. Keep that in the back of your mind because it will bite me in the butt. But before we saddle up and get this adventure started, let's pay some bills today with our sponsor, Dragonheir Silent Gods, an open-world Western-styled fantasy game that incorporates many of the tabletop mechanics you may have seen before in Dungeons & Dragons. So if you're into dice rolling, character creation, and heart-throbbing dungeon duels, I mean, who is it? You'll be excited to find out that they're launching Season 2 today! That's right, Season 2 of Fall of Crescent is available to play today on PC, Mac, iOS, Android, Steam, Epic Game Stores. I've ran out of breath. The team has come together to bring you so many different things, like brand new sandbox maps to explore, introduce new strategies to fend off your foes, and optimized overall gameplay. So whether you're a long-hearted adventurer or this is your first time checking out the game, you aren't going to want to miss what they've rolled out. Oh, and did I forget to mention that you can now sail the seas with your crew? Yeah, exploring vast dungeons in the deep blue, get swallowed up by a gigantic Shamu? But don't worry, because Season 2 will be arming you with brand new affinities like Fire and Necrosis, Ice and Radiance, Lightning and Poison, along with new ways to deal damage such as Burning, Ice Blast, and Thunderbolt. They'll be introducing 30 new heroes to be brought onto your team, so you can unlock heroes such as Merfolk to help out along the way. And you're going to need some of these fishy friends' help because you can explore brand new dungeons that just so happen to be under the water, gather new equipment, and find artifacts to amp up your team. Not only does this season come with a more optimized gaming experience, but early game has been charged up for faster growth and smoother early gameplay. And you definitely don't want to miss out on these seasonal benefits like fourth fairing summons, Season 1 reward shop, or exclusives you might find in the Season 2 summon pool. With over 10 million downloads, securing the top spot in 10 different regions around the world since its global launch, it's easy to see why this game has taken over the globe. So what are you waiting for? Don't just take my word for it. Start your brand new season, span new game by using the link in the top of the description down below. And thank you again to Dragonheir Silent God for sponsoring today's video. Alright, first gym, no pressure. Katie thinks her bug collection's of course cooler than my rock, but her intimidation tactics won't scare us. We'll keep calm and set up a stealth rocks while it tickles us with a struggle bug. But after cleaning off our rock with a quick polish, we start blasting them. Rock blasting, that is. Foregoing my Terra to clean sweep Katie, earning us our first gym badge. Oh, and I should probably tell you, after we beat a gym, we unlock a new member for the team. Adam, who do you got for us today?
Hi Tabby mate, for your item I want to give you the Motorola Dynattack. It's the first ever cell phone. It's durable, it's reliable, and it's convenient for any modern situation. It gets fantastic cell reception, and if you put it on vibrate, the tectonic plates underneath your house will shift. It's a steel electric type with the ability static because comedy. I'm so sorry about my dog. It's a mixed attacker with a lot of HP behind it because it emits frequencies and such, but if you get hit by one of these directly, you're getting knocked out. It's got really good physical defense, but no special, and it's slow. It's pretty much Avalog, but with decent special attack. It knows Gigaton Hammer, Volt Switch, Earthquake, and Vital Throw. And now I'm gonna go and take my dog out for a walk because she's got too much energy. Okay, bye.
Speaking of things that we need to take out, we gotta take out an overgrown crab. Thankfully, we got this thing's number with the newest addition to the crew. A couple continental shifts under its meaty claws has this thing scurrying for the hills, picking up, questionable habits. Arvin comes in out of nowhere to narc on Cloth to let us know that it's actually part of a secret organization that trades Herba Mystica. Oh, we gotta shut that down. So Dynattack brings down the Gavel of Justice right down on this big crab's dome, unlocking Cloth's Kaioken 10 form. It got its anger show off, so now I need to, hopefully have my quick claw pop off. Dynattack must have Amazon's advertising tech because as soon as I speak Quick Claw into existence... Oh! Yes, sir! After bringing Cloth to justice, I feed a crab sandwich to my rock, and now it's got the speed of a rocket. Get it? Because it has rock in the name, and rockets are fast? Yeah, okay, let's move on. It's time for the second gym fight. Brassius answers the call with his Petalil, but we swiftly move to block their number. Smoliv is next in the call queue, and we could have beat it easily until I found out Vital Throw's not in the game. See, I told you, come back to bite me in the... Fantastic. So I Volt Switch out to Rock to set up some rocks and quickly dispose of the Smolov with a Rock Smash. I'm rocking Brassius's world. The Tiny Demon didn't go down without a fight though, brought us to half health, but there's only going to be ever one outcome for this duel. Delicious olive juice. Backed into a corner, Bracius sends out his Rocky Tree friend, but we need to make room for some new phone lines. So down goes the Rainforest, Bracius' sanity, and we collect our second gym badge, allowing us to add a new member to the team. Wacko, take it away.
I am the Lizard King. I'm the Lizard King as proclaimed by me. So I got you a lizard. I got you a lizard, Tavi. It's got great stats and great abilities, and I think you're gonna like it a lot. 150 base attack, that's crazy. 80 base speed, but with speed boost. I think you're really gonna like this generic non-Pokemon lizard on your squad, Tavi. You're gonna get this, and this is gonna be your race.
Dude, who am I racing? What do you mean? What is that? Okay, anyway, we're moving on. We have to beat up an oversized bird that's throwing Rock's family down the side of a mountain. Yeah, an entire mountain. Bird on rock violence. I can't sit idly by and allow this to happen. So we smash through the front door, smack that bird out of the sky, and oh, hey look, some more dank Herba Mystica. After seeing my rock demolish the bird, Arven spawns in out of nowhere, kind of like embarrassing memories that spawn in my brain at 3 a.m. We team up to take down the bird, and a couple rock blasts later, we demolish this Kingpin's plans. 2 birds, 1 rock. We share chicken sandwich, cry a little bit about a dog, and now my rock can float. Neat, but enough lounging around. We need to bully some bullies that were bullying other bullies. Wait, doesn't that make us the bullies? I'm not going to put too much thought into it, as Sir Skrillex leads with his Pawnyard, and Lord Lizard makes his first internet debut. And first order of business? Run and hide. Epic. But at least Lord Lizard left us with a little parting gift and sets up a substitute for Dynattack to cleanly switch in, eat a hit, and absolutely demolish this Pawnyard. All right, Mr. Skrillex, what do you got? Oh my god, do you have a license for that thing? The FBI agent that's tapped into Dynattack's line swings down the Hammer of Justice, doing respectable damage. But Herbie didn't seem to like that and takes away our precious doll. Meanie. So we respond with the only way we know how. Violence. Herbie responds accordingly and gets us down to about half health, but with a singular pothole and some light metal work, we finally bring the car down to the impound. Sir Skrillex's sentence? Produce country music for 69 months. Time to make our way over to Levincia. Oh god, well, Namona, what are you doing here? Lord Lizard? You know what to do. Alright, now that that's taken care of, here comes the first true test of this Nuzlocke challenge. Avoid Iono using me for content. All jokes aside, her team is manageable, but her Miss Maggie's in the back is another thing altogether. Iono's the electric gym leader, and as such, her Pokemon will Terra type into an electric type, but Miss Maggie's has Levitate, which completely ignores its ground weaknesses, so anything that we send against it is going to be neutral or not very effective damage. Not so great for us. That's stacked on top of it being able to Thunder Wave me, confuse me, Hex for double damage, makes for some maximum bullshit. But the plan is to get Rock out early, set up some rock polishes, so that way we can outspeed and sweep her team. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay, not all's lost. We take down the bird because Rock hates anything that floats in the sky, and oh, you have water gun. I forgot about that. No matter, let's swap in Lord Lizard, use a couple detects, get some speed boosts off, and that way I can start my sweep. All according to plan, Lord Lizard. Oh, you have Intimidate, which stops my entire plan. Awesome. Fearing that the attack drop might come to bite me in the butt later, Lord Lizard donates its tail to Dynattack, and we easily dispose of the pretty kitty. Now comes the real fight. Miss Maggie's. Quick Claw gives us perfect momentum to be able to Terra into Steel type and Gigaton Hammer directly on top of any bright ideas that Iono might have cooked up. And while Electric types do resist Steel, we almost one-hit wonder the Internet Idol's Ace. Perfect. The end was nearly in sight, but Hex's dominating force takes out my sub protection. But here's my dilemma. Earthquake can't hit, Vital Throw doesn't work, Gigaton Hammer needs to turn to cool down. I clicked the one move I thought had a chance to finish the job. And before you say anything, hear me out. Bait the Confuse Ray onto another Pokemon to swap Dynattack back in and finish the job with the Gigaton Hammer. But fate had a different plan. Our first member. Our first to fall. I collected the gym badge with a tear in my eye and laid my beloved rock to rest. It wasn't just a boulder, it was my rock. Wait, what's this? Rock, you're not dead! Wait, you're just retiring? You want to open up your own taxi service and take down the Big Bird Transport Corporation? That sounds like a solid plan to me, buddy. But even so, we still can't use Rock on the team anymore. But not all is lost. We just beat a gym, so that means we get to replace Rock with a new member to the team and... Wait, what's up, Iono? You reached out to Short Tempered for a weird collab opportunity? Okay, it's open. Tell us some more while I catch this Meryl to sacrifice.
So the object you must use now is something I hold dear to my heart. You're gonna have to use a G-Fuel tub. And G-Fuel obviously has to be a water type because you mix it with water. Duh. But it also can be an electric type because you get electrolytes by having the hydration formula. It's quite amazing. One of my favorites, actually. But G-Fuel has a lot of caffeine, so obviously if you drink too much, you might get insomnia, so that might be your ability. Well, it's gonna be your ability, not might, it's gonna be. Its BST has to be good. I'm giving it a 580 BST, basically like a paradox form. If it's moves, you need some stab. Gonna go with flip turn, a nice stab move to get out of there if you're having some trouble. You could also freeze G-Fuel and make a little slushy out of it, so I'm giving it freeze dry. Pretty cool move in my opinion. You also are gonna really need a move that hits hard with this object, so we're gonna give it Hydro Pump. Gonna be really hydrated. And then for its last move, it's gaining parabolic charge because you're charged with energy when you have caffeine, baby. And I love G-Fuel. Let's go, baby. Let's see how far it gets you.
And thank you to Mr. Short Tempered for that absolutely shameless plug. And if for some reason the sponsor's still watching, please don't hurt me. And what better way to test out our newest member's might than with a late night battle with Mela? And that's enough scream time for you, buddy. Flip turn away from the Torkoal, back into Dynattack. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Mela, I just lost a friend. I refuse to lose another. Lord Lizard, I need you to stall out this turtle's sun god powers. It's too hot to handle. And with a single Dragon Claw to the dome, it was onto the car. This Starmobile's a little bit threatening, so we made like a tree and got the hell up out of there to bring Short back in. It's your time to shine, buddy. Just land a couple Hydro Pumps and... Brother, how did I miss? Oh my God. And of course, a crit takes out our short-lived substitute, so we gamble on the Hydro Pump again. Ooh, solid hit. Now we just need to do it one more time. Brother, this is stupid. Come on, land it, land it, land it, land it. Dude, you missed 3 of your 5! 80% accuracy, not real. Oh. With that fight out of the way, Penny breaking the 4th wall. Is that even a Pokemon anyway? I don't know, Penny. You tell me. It's a freaking rock with a saddle on it. It's awesome. It was time for our next task. Sucking the life out of a worm. And it teaches us how to be safe and wrap up. And get cold out there, folks. It returns home to grab a jacket and a midnight snack and, wait, what's that, Arvin? The worm's an herba dealer too? Man, it be your own neighbor sometimes. After serving the worm a court date, Arvin and I had a date, and now Rock can jump a little bit higher. Boing. Boing. In Casa Rafa, we witnessed a man scurry in a hurry who incidentally had been deeply affected by the crackdown on underground herba dealing. So much so, he pleaded with us to get him his next fix. I mean, I needed his badge, so what was I really going to do in this situation? So I hand-delivered the goods so I could deliver him some good hands. And Mr. Double Unibrow bet me a pizza that I couldn't beat him in a battle, but you could tell the Herba Mystica was getting to him, because Short made short work of his entire team, earning us the badge and a 24-inch pizza. Wait, this isn't a pizza. Oh, I know Pizza Professor. Tiller, tell us. Who is this?
So I've got something pretty cool for you. So what I'm thinking is, if you know the story of the Mimic, it's a creature that disguises itself as a treasure chest. And then like when people get too close, it has like sharp teeth and a large tongue that grabs its victims and pulls them in. So what if we use one of my favorite things, a pizza box, and make a Mimic out of it? So like sharp cardboard teeth, a long tongue that comes out of the box when people get too close. So I'm thinking let's go ghost normal with this thing. Let's give it disguise ability like Mimikyu, and let's actually build it pretty similar to Mimikyu as well. And for its moves, let's give it... Gosh, let's give it Tackle, let's give it Destiny Bond, let's give it a Curse, and ooh, for the last one, I want to go something a little bit different. So maybe Flamethrower for the last one, because I feel like a little bit of spice on that pizza. There's nothing wrong with that. Hopefully this helps, Otavi.
Yeah, boy. All the stats in the world, no moves to back it up with. Perfect Pokemon for a Nuzlocke. Well, I hear Atticus is a big fan of pizza. He flippin' loves stuffed crust. So I gave him my phone to place a call for a deep dish delight. However, he was not a fan and served us up some sucker punches. Rude. So we left him paralyzed in fear and hit him with an earthquake. Turnabout's fair play. He demanded that we go out to pick it up. He didn't want delivery, but I informed him it's neither. It's DiGiorno. But he just wouldn't have it. He assured me that takeout was just simply better, but I simply just roasted the idea. I can't drive after a night of rain. He insisted, but one more fire comeback later, I was winning. But he wanted to muck up my plans, and I was beginning to get short on patience. We exchanged several hurtful words, and then I made the call. I shattered the platform of all of his arguments, but he resorted to slinging mud. Detestable behavior, I might say. And though I volt switched the tables on him, something unexpected happened. The Uno reverse card was pulled out, and Dynattack had to stay on the line. Brother, what? Knowing that we'd never come to an understanding, I brought Lord Lizard in to tank the blows and nearly knock myself out to cleanly switch in short. If we can't have pizza, only a cup of water before you go to bed. All that talk of pizza got me pretty hungry, so I decided to treat myself to some dinner. Wait, no. I didn't know you were about to close. I'll leave. It's all right. Okay, fine. Come on out, Lord Lizard. We used tech to set up a free speed boost into Dragonclaw, but the sleepy koala hangs on by a thread. Though, we have the perfect thing for this situation. You know what every tired man needs? A little bit of G Fuel. Down goes the wallaby, and out comes the dyslexic nightmare. We pump it full of go-go juice, and history repeats itself. The Dunsparce takes advantage of the situation and clears out our substitute. So in an attempt to get rid of my ground weakness, I tear it into water, blast it with a flip turn, and it lived? Oh no. Oh, order up for pizza box. And it eats the hit flawlessly. We banked the dun-dun, and now it's dun-dun. Star Raptor takes the floor and scares pizza box into retreating. Larry, call him I'm one. Larry liked it, so he put a diamond ring on it, but not enough love in the kitchen to stop our Dynattack. No bird will keep me from winning this gym badge and stealing your gloves, Larry. Wait, no, those are my gloves. You can't just do that. Well, at least I have one glove left. It's a rather large glove and comes with a note from Don Schnack. Let's see here. It says,
This man is useless!
Take care of my iron hand. Oh, I get it. Look at all these cute and lovely Pokemon. And then we got Iron Hand.
Yeah, can I live with you and your dog and your iron hand?
Sure. Although I have to say, Iron Hand, quite a menace when it comes to cleaning up after itself.
He shits everywhere.
And after picking up a glove for my hand, it was off to Montenevera. This place might look like a Christmas dream, but I swear it's straight out of my nightmare. There's pizza on pizza violence, moist critical, a banhammer. Maybe it was a nightmare, but oddly appropriate for Ryman or Ghostly crew. I just hope she won't be my Grim Reaper. I wanted to gain the upper hand on Mimikyu, so we led with Dynattack in short. Light Screen was a threat I wasn't all too prepared to handle, but it opts for Shadow Sneak. Perfect. The net smacks itself with paralysis, while the Demolition duo put in the work on the Shadow Puppet. With that out of the way, the show begin. Out comes a pupper ready to play, but won't get any head pats from its buddy today. He thinks the puppy needs a bit of a bath, but couldn't withstand Code Short's mighty wrath. Dynattack pushes, return to center, and out comes Pizza Box, the buff defender. Toxicity sees the trouble afoot, while Rhyme hatches a plan to turn me into soot. Banette lashes out in a desperate plea, while Toxtricity takes some Icy Hot. Then fills the crowd with glee. In a last-ditch effort, it boosts its clout, but none of it even mattered. Use code SHORT at checkout. I'm so sorry, genuinely. The snow, the holiday vibes, it got the better of me. I'll book a flight back home. Wait a minute. Golpa, what did you do?
All right, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. It's a propeller plane. It's funny as I knew about the rock before choosing mine, so I thought it'd be really funny because I know that Tavi's gonna be riding around on a rock if he caught a plane, because that's actually a normal form of transportation. Also, fuck the rock. He doesn't like planes or anything that flies.
Too soon, man. Too soon. But sweet, between rock and plane, I'll never need public transportation again. We're moving in style. Also, I heard that there's an elephant somewhere around here pushing Herba Mystica to the local fauna. Anybody know where to find? It's right behind me, isn't he? We send out Prop Plane on its first maiden voyage, but quickly realized that was a whole entire mistake. So it's time for Iron Hand to make its first battle appearance instead. That turned out to be the smarter play because a couple ice punches to the dome and Arvin and I disposed of the cartel elephant in no time at all. Iron Hand shook its booty, we ate some exotic meat sandwiches, and Rock learned how to glide. Whee! Nimona showed up out of nowhere again, so I let Iron Hand give her the smackdown. Lord Lizard and I had some bonding time, and then I got donut walled by Tulip. Get off your cell phone. This is a serious battle. Why do you have two cell phones? Lord Lizard has never been so disrespected in all of its life. It comes from royalty and cares not for your silly reflex. This little lizard will devour all tall horses. Nay. But Lord Lizard's weakness just so happens to be magically gifted Gardevoir, so it makes a hasty retreat and bestows a shield upon the valiant Prop Plane. I attach a couple balloons to the top of its cockpit because I wanted to give Tulip a nice gift. complete and utter annihilation. After slipping her a $50 dono, we earn her respect, that gym badge, and our ticket to the 8th gym. So we made our way up the mountain, back down the mountain, meet a Citadel with an unfortunate eye defect. I know, buddy, being nearsighted sucks. And then it was time to take on our final gym opponent, Grusha. Frostmoth leads the pack while Prop Plane only has one plan in mind. Body slam the world. One hit knocks out the buggy, 2 taps to knock out the bear. But we didn't knock it out fast enough, causing us to lose half our health to an icicle crash. So Titan picks up the baton and attempt to find a knockout, but Prop Plane is too speedy, paralyzing the Titan straight in its tracks. But that won't stop the whale. It becomes a wall of Beyblades, blades, but Prop Plane manages to hold out just long enough to be able to land a victory. And now time for the ace, Altaria. Predicting the inevitable ice beam, it was time for Prop Plane to make a quick landing, so Dynattack put the final nail in the coffin for Grusha's team and earns us our final gym badge. It's time for us to make our way over to the Elite Four, but there's a couple things I need to take care of first. Paint the fairy boss, freeze a fish, secure a shiny, fry the fighting behemoth, Riz Rika, walk away with a false sense of confidence that they liked me. Oh well, this is embarrassing. Maybe I misread her smiles. I think she's more interested in my G Fuel tub than she is me. Well, fine. I'll get serious. We freeze the fishy, the elephant, swallow an earthquake, return the favor, make a mole quite frosty, smack a camel, prepare for a rough landing. Okay, they might have prepared too hard. Rude. 2 body slams cleans up the Cloudslayer, and Rika, bring the child. Poppy leads with her Copperaja, but I brought these hands and they're rated E for everyone. Iron Hand does its best Britney Spears impression. Poppy sets up some hazards. Sneaky. But I don't plan to switch out. It's time to sweep this team under the rug. Okay, well, Bronzong lived on like 1 HP, but I'll liberate you of your life. Corviknight dives into action with a Hail Mary Brave Bird, but by some miracle, we tank the hit. That easy eats. Oh, Iron Hand is absolutely running through this team. Running, crawling. Yeah, anyway, AutoZone takes the field, sets up some useless screens, and of course, lives a hit thanks to its ability Sturdy. It then retaliates with a tri-attack, but we manage to avoid any status hacks and scramble the floating metal egg. But now we must face the original wielder of the Gigaton nuke, Tinkaton. Iron Hand takes a play rough straight to the middle finger, but we drain the life force from this tiny titan, ending Poppy's preschool career. Larry's up next and is showing off his brand new gloves. Rude, Iron Hand's literally right there. He leads with trophies, but the stage is set for short to shine. A single freeze drive puts Nananek under. A parabolic charge sends Star Rapture to the stars. Altaria enters the fray, but can't hold up to the frosty display. Somehow Oricoria lives the hit. Revelation Dance. Oh shit. Oh, okay, we're fine. We sip up the last little bit of this cheerleader's health, which leaves Larry to his last Pokemon, Famigo. Parabolic charge nearly pops the bird's balloons, but only ruffles its feathers enough to smack half my life away with a close combat. Scary. But next turn we outspeed and clutch the W away from Larry. I guess it's time to train a dragon. Bring it, Hassel. I'm just kidding. I thought this team was going to be terrifying, but I literally freeze-dried the Noivern, the Flapple, one-shotting each, but then the trouble began with Jergalgi. It miraculously lives a hit, returning fire with Sludge Bomb, followed up closely by Haxorus's incredibly strong grippers, ripping straight through me with the Dragon Claw. Both of them went down, but left me in a pretty awful position for Baxcalibur. And I'm going to be honest, I wasn't entirely sure who was going to be able to take a Terra-boosted Glaive Rush from this thing. But I believe in my team. Short Flip turned out of danger to bring the Aerial Assault. Prop Plane. Being a steel type allows it to consume every little bit of the Glaive Rush. But now is the time to play a little bit risky. I needed to Terra boost the Body Slam to ensure the knockout, but it left me wide open for an Icicle Crash if I could not outspeed. This might be a throw. Okay, we outspeed. Body Slam, do the work, do the work, do the work. Yes! Oh, I thought I threw it the last second. Excalibur down, Hassel out of the way, which left us only one thing standing between us and becoming champion. Gita. First up, Avian versus Aviation. We slam our plane into the oversized Dodo Espatra, but it survives just barely to hit us for underwhelming Lumacrash damage. A final slam brings down the Feathery Ham, and King Gambit takes the front. So we respond with Dynattack. Our charged up brick takes heavy damage on the switch in with Kowtow Cleave, putting us dangerously close to being knocked out with a critical hit. King Gambit lays down another attack, but doesn't get away unscathed. But I have to gamble the Earthquake, and it does not nearly enough to clean up the King. Knowing Dynattack couldn't do much here, it was time to return to send out Iron Hand. Ooh, Parahacks! Nice! Iron Hand takes arms, but also takes some pretty hefty damage. Though, one quad effective Drain Punch, and down goes the King. Avalo comes out next, but really it just serves to re-energize Iron Hand. Go-Go. What can I say? It tried its best, but Play Rough couldn't cut it. Bye. Veluza bolts in, and thinking that Veluza could potentially outspeed and land a psychic things, I tear Iron Hands to get rid of my weakness. Get outwitted, Gita. Bring on your ace. Hands at this point had about enough it could handle, so I boldly predicted an Earth Power to which Prop Plane would be immune to. I could see the win. It was on the horizon, but Gita and Glomora weren't about to make it easy for us, as we would unfortunately find out. Steel Wing does way more than half, but Terra Blast would prove to be just as powerful, and I had no faith that Steel Wing could successfully hit 2 times in a row, so Short was up to the plate again. And now Poison. Gotta love toxic debris. And also half our life gone! Glimora's scary. So we flip turn out as quickly as we arrived, leaving Glomora barely conscious. We were so close, but I don't want anybody to die here. Pizza Box, this is your moment. Deliver us to victory. Oh, so you thought we were done? No. Sure, there was a couple close calls, but for this team to properly conquer Paldea and proudly claim the title of beating Pokemon without any Pokemon, we needed to take out one more Herba dealer. So let's take a leap of faith, find some new creatures. Wait, haven't I seen you somewhere before? And avenge my fallen rock. Stop being mean, Koraidon. And you, Sada? It's time to end your Herba dealing ways. The first primal beast to take the stage, Slitherwing. And I take off with Prop Plane. One quad effective body slam will exterminate this bug. Fluttermane's up next and I switch into Dynattack to receive a predictable Thunderbolt. But Fluttermane outspeeds the very next turn to hit with a beastly mystical fire. Rud! So we respond with the Banhammer. Fluttermane flattened. Group Bonnet's next, so we switch into Pizza Box to avoid a quad-effective Earth Power. Using my final tear of the run turns Pizza Box into a pure normal type. We outspeed to cook the shroom with the flamethrower and avoid taking super effective damage on an incoming payback. And out of curiosity, I wanted to know how much Tackle would do in this situation, and surprisingly, decent. But payback nearly takes us out in return. And forgetting that Brute Bonnet has an ace up its Peleus, we take a Sucker Punch straight to the box. Sacrifice will not be in vain. I promise. But what is royalty without loyal subjects? So Lord Lizard takes the stage to avenge its fallen friend. Pizza Box, you shall be remembered. Though Screamtail poses a pretty imminent threat to the crown, but with 2 speed boosts we crunch Sephora with all of our might. But it just wasn't enough. Fear not though, Lord Lizard has an escape plan and consumes its citrus berry to give it just enough health to shed Tail out and safely bring in Dynattack. Screamtail manages to claw back a little bit of health using Drain Punch, but we remind Sada who's really boss around here. And of course, Sandy Shock happens to be the perfect counter for Dynattack, so we swap them out for Short, who narrowly escapes being unalived. Nope, I'm out. Plane, help! We dodged the Earth Power on the switch-in, but somehow got outsped by Sandy Shock, who nearly grounds our plane for good, only for us to get chippies off in return. With no one able to switch in and take a hit, Prop Plane lands for the very last time. 07 plane. 07. But Lord Lizard's had enough. It's time to redeem our fallen comrades. Time to begin the rally. 1 speed boost allows us to outspeed the Sandy Shocks with a Dragon Claw, but Sada was prepared. Out comes Roaring Moon, consuming an energy steroid, jacking up its attack stats. But we just so happen to have the upper hand. Speed. 1 Lord Lizard Dragon Claw brings down the Roaring Moon, and now we can properly say, I beat Pokemon Scarlet with no Pokemon. But then our dead rock turned into a Pokemon, so we immediately lost. Aha! Thank you again, Dragonheir Silent Gods, for sponsoring today's video. Be sure to support them and the channel in the link down below.